Welcome back everybody to the R44 YouTube channel. Of course, look at that. That's a G87 M2 wrapped in Nosotec Papaya Orange. Wrapped by Jake the Rapper at Base Wraps. He's wrapped all of our cars. He will always continue to do so. He's done an amazing job. I'm sure if you looked at this, you would not know it's a wrap. Every single detail has been taken care of. It looks amazing. We needed something special for our G87 M2. We needed a staple piece that you'll see this on Instagram, social media, or on the road, and you'll know that's the R44 M2 rather than a Brooklyn grey car with the standard, MHC mods. You don't know the difference. But here it is. Let's go into a little bit more detail what we're going to do today. All right, what's happening, everybody? We are now in the R44 showroom. Yeah, it's a beautiful place to be. I'm on my lovely Chesterfield sofa that I love. But let's get straight into it. So we're going to jump on the website. You obviously seen the color of the car is pretty leery. We need to, in my eyes, settle it down with some carbon, lower the car for sure, and yeah, add some must-have mods. I've given myself a £10,000 budget. So when I bought the car, I knew that I was going to change the color instantly, spend £10,000 on mods for probably the first couple months, and then look at how I can improve things going into braking, some power mods, so look at maybe a remap, and then obviously some CSF bits just to keep it cool ahead of some track days. So let's have a little look at it. Let's jump on the website. We're here now. We'll press the menu. We'll go down to choose the vehicles and we'll select the G87 M2. So you can see now we're on the product page for the G87 M2. You've got some cool filters along the top, so make sure you use those. You have exterior styling, interior, engine and performance, braking, suspension, exhaust systems. So £10,000, what can we buy? We'll start with the exterior styling. We'll go through them one by one. Spacers, bit of a weird one. I've already ordered some wheels, or I've designed some wheels, had them manufactured in collaboration with a company called West Forge here in the UK. They've made them, so we're gonna spend a bit more than £10,000, but that's life. But we're gonna spec £10,000 basket, but with some spacers now. So we'll select some spacers, and then we'll look at the wheels. I'm gonna go for a 20mm spacer on the front and a 20mm on the rear. Add that to the basket. 20mm just it does poke a little bit, but it's an aggressive look. We're going to do the MHC Plus kit, so you can click this. This is the full kit, so I want the front lip, the diffuser, and side skirts. We're going to do the MHC Plus V-style spoiler as well. So you add that to cart. That will include all three components for the lower side of the car, and then plus a spoiler. So we can come out of that. Mirrors, so the G-Series mirrors, if we have a look at those, they're a must-have. If you're in the US, obviously grab the left-hand drive. I'm going to go right-hand drive. So we can come out of that. Oof. We do have some DRLs, but we're probably not going to put DRLs on this car. Scrolling through, front ducts. MHC Plus front ducts are essential, so we'll look at those in further detail, but they're going to be a real nice touch on the front. All MHC slam panel for the engine bay. Add that. What else we got? Engine brace, I'm not going to do. Oh, I can add a carbon cap. Golden wrench, that will come. I'm going to do an M2 badge in gloss black. That's a big thing with the M2. All the badges are silver. So that's it. We've got a Motec brace, but my basket is probably adding up quite a bit. Let's have a look now. The basket's at £6,000, so we're eating away. Interior styling, we need to improve the interior of the car. It's a bit rough. The steering wheel, the paddle shifters are pretty much the two things you can upgrade. If you are in other areas of the world, you might get an interior on your M2 that's not carbon. So there's actually two options. You can go for an M Performance carbon interior here, which is quite nice. So that's a nice option. Otherwise, MHC or Shift do a interior kit in gloss carbon. But for me, I'm going to go for this steering wheel here. So it's a leather top and bottom, and then an Alcantara sides. It's a really clean steering wheel. So we're going to add that to the basket. Bang. And then we're going to finish up the interior just with some JQ paddles to get a bit more racy. And we'll go for the carbon paddles as well. So now we're at 7,100. Engine and performance. Let's see what we can get here. So obviously £7,000. We've got 3,000 left. If we go for an Venturi, that's probably our normal go-to intake, but we would use our whole budget. So what other options do we have? We've got the MSTs. MSTs are good. They're just normally always on a lead time from MST, which is a shame. But we do have this RAMAIR at 718 that, if you check our other YouTube videos, has a huge sound increase, and kind of with this car, I'm not going for major power mods. It's mainly just like sound, aesthetics, and things like that. So we're gonna add that RAMAIR to the basket. Let's go 7,900, so we've got 2,000 pounds left. Braking, we're gonna leave. Suspension, let's see what we can do. There's a lot of suspension on the market. We have KWs, we have MMR, we have Cobra, KW V4s. We've got MMR springs or KW V3s. I'm gonna go for the MMR. They've got really good drop. We need to drop that arch gap. I can't go for a spring because I don't know where my wheels are gonna sit. So I'm gonna go for a height adjustable to just get the perfect level I want. KW at the minute are a little bit higher on the front, so I'm gonna leave those. So we've got spacers already. I'm gonna add these stud and nut kits. And how many do I need? I need 5 per wheel, so I need 20. So 20 nuts from MMR, and then I'm gonna do the stud and nut kit as well, so individual studs. Add those. We need the longer ones. Again, we need 20 of those, not 120. So that's a stud and nut kit, so to go for that motorsports look. MMR ones, we also do a BMX ones, but the MMR are like a silver, which I think will look quite good. I think that's it. How much have we spent? 9,100, which is pretty good. I don't think there's anything else. Go a bit under budget. We've got the MHC kit. Let's have a look. Anything in the exhaust department? Add some sports cats. Wrap that up, and we'll go for 9,882. So we're going to get some sports cats for some sound, MMR stud and nut kit, MMR suspension, RAMAIR intake, JQ paddles, shift interior, steering wheel, black badge, MHC SHROUD, MHC front ducts, MHC mirror covers, MHC carbon kit, and some BMX spacers. So we'll go out, we'll check out now, and let's go and build this car. We are now back in the workshop with the beautiful M2. It is such a leery color, but hopefully once we add all these parts, it will make it look to another level. But yeah, we've got the MHC parts. You saw just now, we just added these to our basket. We'll run through the parts in a bit more detail. We've got the Edition 1 front lip. So it's obviously made in pre-PREG carbon fiber, coated with a lovely automotive grade, like OEM automotive grade lacquer. So it will stand stone chips. Well, they will still chip the paint, but it won't just shatter and look horrible, and it won't discolor over a period of years. You've got a 3-year warranty with that, actually. So Edition 1 front lip, Edition 1 diffuser, so it's a 3-piece diffuser with side corners. The Edition 1 side skirts, which really bring the side to life. MHC Plus wing mirrors, again, direct replacement, so a full replacement cover for those. We've got the front ducts, which are really nice. So if you've seen these before, the difference between these and the M Performance, you have to cut the gloss black ducts around the parking sensor and then fit your ducts with a load of bonding, whereas these are full direct replacements inclusive of the parking sensor. So that's a really nice detail. So they're going on. And then we've got a V-style spoiler. Spoiler, I'm a bit on the edge with spoilers on the M2. I quite like it without a spoiler. You'll see the car's got no spoiler at the moment. I'm going to put that spoiler on. If I don't like it, I'll just run it without. But I think we need something to just break up the horrible, well, not the horrible orange, but the leery orange. And then we go into the engine bay, and we've got the last piece of MHC for the engine bay, which is the slam panel cover. This is a direct replacement rather than an overlay. The quality is really high. It's nice and thick, as well as this has got automotive grade engine bay lacquer, so it shouldn't change color, because this actually takes a lot of heat through the car, and it doesn't break or anything like that under stress. So it's a nice product there. And then we're going on to the R44 82s. No, RH82s is the name. This is a wheel that was designed by myself with a collaboration with the company called West Forge here in the UK. It's a really cool wheel. This is actually a 19 front and rear. It's quite a square setup. It's more for drag racing. These were designed. So these are designed to run a Mickey Thompson on a G80, G82 and a G87. I'm going to run them with a 285, 35, 19 PS4S, see how it runs, and then we might do some drag racing with this because it's got a lot of potential. A lot of people say these are going to be the new Supras, rear-wheel drive, a lot lighter weight, shorter wheelbase than the G82. But yeah, a nice wheel, nice and light. They've got our logo in there, my signature, and the West Forge logo. But yeah, crazy concave on those. They're going to look good. Otherwise, let's go talk about performance over by the workshop bench, and let's see what you find us at the workbench, where we go into some performance pieces and some interior mods. Suspension, it's probably the biggest question asked at the moment, what suspension to go for your G87. I've opted for MMR on my car just because I fitted them before. Look how much adjustment you have on that collar, front, and that's the rear collar. This is the front. Quite a lot of adjustment, really high quality product for really good value. So this is sub £1,000, almost probably hits that $1,000 mark. But it has loads of adjustment, and I really want to be able to slam the car, not have any noises. And I've actually run this on another M2 of ours and fitted them. So they come with some new bump stops, 4 new springs and adjustable collars. And then we've paired them up with a set of BIMX spacers in 20mm. So we'll run stock wheels with the 20mm and show you guys how it looks. And then we'll change over to the new alloys. But that's kind of a second piece, just a final touch for myself. The RAMAIR intake. So this was a key part into my basket to make sure that we didn't spend over that 10 grand bracket. So we've got big cones. These create a lot of noise. We've got some cool carbon covers that add a nice little kind of sound to the intake, which will be nice. And then we've got these cones that go inside the intake to get the air really flowing through the system. So a nice little touch, really good quality machine pieces to connect to the inlets. Moving on, we've got the shift steering wheel. Again, at the end of the day, guys and girls, all you do is drive your car yourself, and you spend so much money and time investing in things on the outside that you, unless it's an exhaust or a remap, you don't really feel. But steering wheels are important, so I'm going to change this. It's quite a nice wheel. It feels nice. It's aesthetically pleasing with like a nice edge across there. Alcantara sides, leather at the bottom, and then some JQ paddles just to give it that vibe. So these are clicky paddles. Some people hate them. I love them personally. And it's a good thing you can actually remove your stock paddles, put them on eBay, get like £350, $400 for them, and then buy a set of JQs, which are cool. The final set of spacers, and then some sports cats. So this is an OPF car. We're going to fit some sports cats onto it just to increase some noise. Leave the stock exhaust for the minute until I can save some more money to buy another system. But these came in nicely into the £1,000 budget. The only thing I'm going to do in the UK or pretty much anywhere in the world, I'm going to put a can mill. It's like a CAN bus connection that I highly recommend buying to prevent any cell lights, any other lights, because these cars are so kind of fragile at the minute with the software updates. You really need to run a bit of technology with a sports cat just to delete any lights. As much as I hope that you could not have any lights with a sports cats, these days they're so sensitive. So we just fit a can mill, remove any lights, run the sports cats. These are 200 cell sports cats, so really high flow and a nice sound. So yeah, we'll show you how those sound on a European spec car, and also in a US spec car, they sound even better. But yeah, that's the basket. Now we will look briefly at the ride height. It is super high. And then we're just gonna get started into the build, get right into it, and show you guys how we can turn this G87 M2 into something very special. I'm taken away. It's come together really well over the last day. So yesterday was a big day. We just worked all day, all night, getting it all finalized, set up. As you've seen, we head over to Geo by Luke, got the car set up. So we did a few miles between. We then got the alignment done because tomorrow we're heading off to the Nürburgring, where we're going to really, well, you guys are going to see this car. This video will go live, hopefully midday in the UK, morning for the guys in the US and wherever else you are in the world. But yeah, there she is. It's wrapped in a Nosetec Papaya orange, dropped on some MMR adjustable springs. You've got the West Forge wheels wrapped in PS4Ss. You've got the MHC carbon absolutely everywhere. And just there, endless. You've got the JQ paddles, the shifts interior, but yeah, I'm taken away. I just want to get enjoying this. Have you guys heard though, the sports cap plus the RAMAIR intake? That's a combo that's, what's that, £1,800, and you get the best of both worlds. You get some pops, you get the whooshes, you get everything, and yeah, you're looking at less than a bat box in value. So some real good, valuable pieces there. But yeah, I don't really want to talk anymore. I just want to let you guys enjoy it. Let us know what you think. Drop the comment. Obviously, it's a Larry color, but I think it looks unique and it's special, and that's what we're here to do.